Yo guys, welcome to RenderRam. My name is Diego and today I want to show you a cool modeling technique on how you can turbo easily manipulate high polygon meshes as if they were low poly. I'm going to be using Skinwrap for this, and I'm pretty much going to use Skinwrap as an advanced FFT modifier. So this is the scenario. I got a sofa here which is very high poly, and as you can see the entire sofa, it's all editable poly, so it's all collapsed. And now get this, let's start from the cushion for an example, right? So first thing that you want to do, for our Skinwrap to work, we need to kind of create some sort of reference. So here, I'm just gonna clone this this cushion, and let me just isolate it. So it's just this cushion solo now. And I'm gonna add retopology modifier. So now I want to set my face count to something low, like 150 polygons. You click on compute, and now you wait a couple of seconds, and we got this. This is our low poly object. Now, one thing to kind of just improve on this retopology, you can feel how the retopology is kind of pushed in to the cushion, like too much. So what I like to do, I like to add Conform modifier. And in the Conform method, I'm going to choose shrink wrap, and direction, I'm going to choose closest point. And now you just pick object and pick your original cushion. And as you can see, the Conform kind of pushes everything more into place. Okay, now I'm gonna collapse all this, right? And now get this. Select your main high poly cushion, add Skinwrap to it. I like to use vertex deformation mode. You can try with phase deformation mode. It also works, but it's a little bit different. Pretty much just play with Skinwrap options because, you know, this is not a bulletproof like solution for every possible scenario. So sometimes you're going to have to do a little bit of these tweaks, but what I'm showing you now pretty much works for the majority of the cases that I need personally, right? So in the Skinwrap, we got a vertex deformation here. Way all points is clicked, and I'm just going to click on add, and here you just select your low poly mesh. Now here you're going to see the little kind of percentages going up, and you're pretty much done. Get this, you select your low poly mesh now, and if I select, for example, these faces, and if I want to move them, look, it's just nicely being deformed. Cool thing is, if I, for example, you know, need any sort of kind of manipulation, I'm pretty much simulating a low poly object here, and I can just do manipulations as I please. And this also works with additional modifiers. So you can just put edit poly here, where you can, I don't know, make a change like this, you know, select, I don't know, these three polygons here, move it here, etc. And now you can always go back and forth and just, you know, undo the process. So it's super handy, right? But this thing actually can be much more useful. So take a look at this scenario. I have, for example, like I've been modeling this sofa, right? At some point of my modeling, I had to come to a scenario because of, I don't know, max stability or some plugin did it or whatever. I had to collapse my progress, right? Let's say that's the scenario. So in the mid of my modeling, I had to collapse my progress, meaning I lost my low poly object that I had previously when I was modeling. Well, you can do this. I'm just gonna unhide all. I have saved my low poly here, right? So I got my low poly here saved, and I can just do the same thing. So let me just isolate these two. So what I'll do, I'm just gonna select my high poly object. I'm gonna put Skinwrap, and I'm gonna click on add and just click on my low poly here, right? Wait for the percentages to do their thing, and you're pretty much done. So look at this, just select parts like this, move it, deform it any way you like. Here, for example, you can see that my stitching is kind of perfectly traced here. So even if needed, I can even pull my stitches up, you know, like pull them a little bit down, etc. Now, this is the, by the way, as you can see, you know, like when I move the edge up, you can see like moving the edge goes much faster, but the deformation of the seam goes much slower. And this is pretty much Skinwrap sensitivity, right? So you just need to play with Skinwrap options. The best way to learn pretty much anything in Max is just click buttons and see what they do. Try to, you know, make some things more higher, some lower, and you're gonna pretty much get the result that you need. So in general, that's that. So now you can, now I can pretty much, play with my low poly directly, right? Look, I can just select my low poly edges and play with my low poly directly, and the whole model is pretty much gonna, work like charm here. Now, one other thing that I also wanted to show is, what if you don't have a low poly? What if this is the model that somebody sent you and you need to do an adjustment like that? You can also do this. So I'm just gonna go to the left view, and for example, I'm not satisfied with, like how much this part is puffy. I want that to be puffy, right? So what you can do is create a plane. So let's just create something like this. Now I'm gonna go here to the freeform tools, and I'm gonna use extend feature here. So go to surface. So here, drop down, draw on surface. I already have it selected, so here it will say pick for you. So click here and just select your object, and this is my object here. And look at this. You can now quickly kind of, trace this area. So I'm just gonna go into extend mode. So I have it on shortcut. So this is the extend mode. And now look at this. I'm just gonna, kind of put the polygons where I need them, and I need this to be like very loose. So I'm gonna, do, this, and then, this in the end. For example, let's say like this. Here, I'm just gonna, let me just do this one here. So I'm gonna drop this one there, and one here. And now I'm just gonna do this. Yep. I mean, as you can see, it's a pretty fast process. And it's like, I didn't even speed this part up. So you can do this, and now you can just push it here to the end to, let's say, something like this. By the way, extend is an amazing feature. I love it to death. Okay, so I literally got this, right? And now I can do the same thing. Let me just delete this previous skin wrap. So skin wrap, add, and you just pick this object, wait for the calculation here to be done. And yeah, now you just select your low poly object, and let's select, I don't know, these polygons, and you can move things. But one thing that you can notice now is, you see, like when I move it, like the inside of this armrest, like this inside is also moving. It's kind of being pushed with it. Not to mention, parts in the back, they're also deforming like crazy, as you can see. Well, this is the thing. Click on your object where the skin wrap is, and you can just choose blend to base mesh. You might need to play with blend distance, but I'm just gonna keep it like this. And now click on blend to base mesh. And now when you go and select this, you can see that, only this part is moving nicely, and it's not affecting anything else. And yeah, this is pretty much the feature. It saved me tons of hours for, handling like models like these. So I hope it's gonna help you in your future modeling. And that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. See you in the next one. Bye.